History. I used to think of it just as a story of the past. But here in Morocco, the history is alive and well to this very day. In the hill country above the town of Tiznit, my friend Id Bennacuer took me on a family trip for the day to visit his ancestral homeland, where the ways of life have remained intact for over 1,000 years. On the way, we stopped in Tiznit for breakfast and to walk around the old souk. As we wandered through this marketplace, Saeed recounted his memories of coming here as a child with his dad. Then we got back in the car and headed for the villages of his extended family up in the hills. Along the way, we stopped again to pick up some vegetables to add to the meal that we would make when we arrived. We turned off the main road and the car climbed steadily into the hills, past a herd of goats and a number of camels browsing on argan trees. Saeed's family settled in this area more than 1,000 years ago and has never divided up the land. They live in a number of small communities here with schools and mosques, so they are quite self-sufficient. When we arrived at the house, Saeed's kids got things fired up, and a relative brought over a chicken, which we prepared in a traditional way to make tagine.
Tagine Amazigh. Id Bennacuer.
Once everything was cooking, Anwar and I went outside, and he showed me around. First, he showed me the old housing complex where his dad grew up. Now abandoned, except for some livestock, this ancient set of dwellings had deteriorated significantly. Anwar warned me only to walk on the areas supported by walls, so as not to fall through. Anwar showed me the room where his father was born, back in 1953. Then he showed me around outside some more. The permanent cycles of organic life were all still in use, sequestering nutrition from manure for fertilizer to grow grain, terracing the hillsides to prevent soil erosion, and rotating crops to avoid depleting the soil. Then Anwar showed me a cave. Definitely in Morocco now, like inside of Morocco.
The real Morocco.
Then we climbed up the rocks and headed back to the house. The meal was ready. It was imim, that is, delicious, in the Amazigh dialect known as tashlahit. Then we headed outside again and walked around even more, enjoying the beautiful views of the Moroccan countryside. There were trees of olive and almond and argan, cactus fruits, and all kinds of local wild plants. The beauty of experiencing this living history makes one realize just how important it is to not forget it. In America, where I'm from, the United States has been so intentional about destroying the living history of its indigenous people that it has been best kept alive in secret, passed down through generations. But these ancient ways of life should always be honored and protected. It is what tells us who we are, what it really means to be human, and what our role is here on Earth.